Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your go-to destination for the latest in South African politics, power plays, and accountability. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe for in-depth analysis, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it. Today, we turn the spotlight onto a serious and shocking allegation of high-level corruption in the Department of Military Veterans, one that's rocking Pretoria and sending ripples across the entire civil service. The economic freedom fighters have come out guns blazing with a blistering statement, calling for the immediate suspension of Nontobeko Mafu, the acting Director General of the DMV. According to the EFF, Mafu's leadership has been riddled with corruption, wasteful expenditure, and systemic failure, essentially crippling a department that is supposed to serve some of the most respected individuals in the country, South Africa's military veterans. Now, this isn't just another political jab. The EFF is backing its demands with a forensic report conducted by Nexus Forensic Services, a professional investigative body. This report, according to the party, lays out damning evidence of serious financial misconduct by Mafu. We're talking about the circumvention of procurement procedures, mismanagement of critical projects, and the misappropriation of taxpayer funds that reportedly run into millions of rands. The alleged result? A department that is now completely non-functional in terms of delivering on its legal obligations. For those unfamiliar, the Department of Military Veterans is tasked with providing 11 key benefits to former military personnel as stipulated in the Military Veterans Act. These include housing, health services, education, transport support, and more. But the EFF claims that under Mafu's tenure, not a single one of these benefits is being delivered effectively. Instead, veterans are left waiting, neglected, and disillusioned, and the people responsible for ensuring their welfare appear to be benefiting while they suffer. But that's not even the most shocking part. The forensic report that exposes all of this has apparently been marked as confidential, effectively bearing its contents and protecting those implicated. The EFF argues that this secrecy is not just suspicious, it's a deliberate cover-up that allowed Mafu to remain in power for over 4 years, despite the serious red flags raised by internal investigations. Let's put that into perspective. For over 4 years, the head of a national department was allegedly involved in continuous acts of maladministration and financial abuse, and no disciplinary action was taken. According to the EFF, that's not just incompetence, it's a political shielding mechanism designed to protect those aligned with the ruling establishment. So, what exactly is the EFF demanding? They're not mincing their words. First, they want Nontobeko Mafu suspended immediately, pending a full and transparent investigation. Secondly, they are demanding the full implementation of the Nexus report's recommendations, which have allegedly been ignored up until now. Third, they're calling for the entire DMV to be placed under administration to restore its functionality and integrity. And finally, and perhaps most significantly, they are pushing for criminal prosecution of Mafu and any other officials involved in the corruption and mismanagement of the department. Now, what does this mean for the broader political environment in South Africa? Well, this isn't an isolated incident. It ties into a broader trend we've seen over the past decade: the erosion of state capacity, the hollowing out of public institutions, and a disturbing culture of impunity where even the most damning evidence fails to trigger accountability. Let's not forget that this scandal comes at a time when public trust in government is already at a historic low. With the 2024 elections on the horizon, the ANC is struggling to maintain credibility, especially on issues of governance and anti-corruption. The revelation that a key official in a veterans department was allegedly looting while service delivery collapsed is political dynamite. And the EFF knows this. This is more than just a moral crusade for them, it's a strategic move to position themselves as the champions of anti-corruption and accountability, particularly among disaffected voters and public servants who feel betrayed by the current leadership. But it's also a gamble. By pushing for criminal charges and the complete overhaul of a government department, the EFF is going toe-to-toe with entrenched political interests. This could set off a domino effect, exposing more corruption networks, more concealed reports, and more officials with questionable dealings. It also raises serious questions. Who else in the government knew about this report and chose to keep it quiet? Was there political interference preventing the findings from going public? And how many other departments are hiding similar skeletons in their closets? To date, there has been no official response from Nontobeko Mafu or the Department of Military Veterans regarding these allegations. Silence, in this case, is not helping their cause. In the eyes of many, it looks like guilt, or at the very least, gross negligence. This silence also leaves military veterans in a painful limbo. These are men and women who risked their lives for this country. Many of them are elderly, sick, or unemployed, and they were promised care and support in recognition of their service. Instead, what they've received is bureaucratic indifference, political exploitation, and now, apparently, systemic theft. It's hard to overstate how damaging this is, not just to the ANC, but to the legitimacy of the state itself. If military veterans, of all people, can be treated this way, what hope is there for ordinary South Africans who rely on the public sector for health care, education, housing, or safety? The EFF's bold stance also puts pressure on other opposition parties, like the DA, IFP, and the MK Party. Will they join in calling for accountability, or will they remain on the sidelines and let the EFF carry the flag alone? We'll be watching closely to see how this plays out in Parliament and whether it becomes a bigger campaign issue in the coming months. One thing is certain, this scandal has opened the floodgates. And if the EFF gets its way, it could be the beginning of a major cleanup operation across departments, one that could finally start holding senior officials to account, regardless of political connections. So, what do you think? Is this the beginning of the end for unchecked corruption in departments like the DMV? Or will the same cycle of silence and protection continue? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should Nontobeko Mafu be suspended immediately? Should the full Nexus report be made public? And most importantly, what should happen to those who allowed this rot to continue unchecked? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a breakdown of South Africa's biggest political stories. Your support keeps this channel growing and helps us keep those in power honest. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay engaged, and see you next time.